Zombie games are kinda dead nowadays. It feels like every day hundreds of new Unity zombie games release that all kinda look the same and blend together. But every full moon, there's one game that sticks out in this genre. One that is the golden standard that every other game should live up to. And that game is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Man, this game is so cool. You got all these cool maps like Buried and a normal day in Paris. Nah, I'm joking. Of course the best zombie game of all time is Project Zomboid. This game is a lot like if you were your own self-insert in a really good zombie movie. Or show. I've only seen Train to Busan, so it's like you yourself are the last survivor in an endless apocalypse, having to seek out and construct shelter, find weapons and food, and be the cool main character that saves the world. Except you don't. You die. You die in the first minute after leaving your starting home. Or sometimes even without leaving that home.
That's quite literally water wide.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Spawned and died!
What the fuck?
There's no way, bro spawned and died.
What the fuck? Yeah, this game is hard. Incredibly so. One bite and your character is already done. Try to run away from a horde and get swarmed? You're done. Find a shotgun and use it to save your friend? You're both dead. This game is hard and it even tells you that. You didn't survive. This isn't a story about how you lived, but rather how you died. And you know what? That's what I love about this game. It's so realistic, you know? This game is actually more of a zombie apocalypse simulator. But if we called it that, it would be a Germany-only game. But yeah, this game really does feel like a zombie apocalypse simulator. You have to find food and cook it the right way and then eat it. And if you mess up, you get food poisoning and then you shit yourself and the zombies hear you and it's all over. You have to sleep enough, otherwise you just pass out. You can work out to get stronger, but if you work out too much, you get fatigued. And also, so your workout actually does something, you have to build up a routine, just like in real life. You have to find a car, and then you have to repair it like an actual car, and then you have to fuel it, and it's so deep and annoying. And oh my god, I spent 20 hours on this car and it broke in 5 minutes. Why? It's like real life. I can't even tell you how much stuff there is in this game. You probably even have to do your taxes or something. It's unreal. Your character is a blank slate, almost like an infant. And just like an infant, he sucks at everything he does. So you gotta read skill books to get better at doing stuff. Kinda like in an RPG. Like in real life, you also read stuff to learn, but that is boring. Did I mention this game is multiplayer? For 20 euro, you can get one of the deepest and best games out there. And also you support a great studio that really had a rough time making this. This game is really, really good. I can only recommend it. But I think the best way to show off a game is by actually showing you. Let's take a look at an average playthrough of this game so I can explain some more things about it. Now, we start the game with choosing our playstyle. Apocalypse is stealth-focused, Survivor is combat-focused, and Builder is more relaxed. The game lets you create your own scenarios, letting you modify a lot of things like zombie raid, if zombie attacks can infect you, if the water shuts off, random events, there's a lot of stuff you can do to make your perfect scenario. After that, you can pick which city to start in. I like Rosewood, so I'll pick that. Then we get to the game's trade system. You can pick an occupation for your character. If you're like me, you're jobless. This influences what trade they have and if they get any skill bonuses. You also get to pick your character's positive and negative traits. These can be minute things like driving really fast or really slow, or it can even go so far that you just don't have any sounds at all. It's insane. You have points to spend and these always have to be either in the positive or at best 0. You then get to make your character. I wouldn't spend too much time on it, especially for your first few characters, as you will lose them quite quick. After that, we're in. The game tells you that this is how you died on the loading screen, and then we spawn into a random home. Now, first of all, the game gives you a guide. You should read it if you're new. I haven't read it and I'm doing just fine. Taking that away, the first thing we notice is that this game looks rough. Kind of like RuneScape in a way. If you're put off by this, don't worry. I was too, and I grew fond of the game's style, and I couldn't imagine it any other way. This game lives and breathes realism. You only see what the character actually has in his field of view. So if you're inside a home, not everything will be shown. And when you're outside, the zombies will only be shown when you have direct line of sight. This will give us a few fun surprises later. Fun! We start off by collecting a few things around the house. Here the game's creativity shows perfectly. For example, to make a weapon for myself, I take a bottle of beer out of the fridge, empty it on the ground and smash it, just like in Britain. I've never been to Britain, but I expect that's how they act over there. After milling around the house for long enough, I hop out and explore a little. You will do this a lot in this game. Now, I have this random thought right now that I want to tell you about. It's not in the script, so if it sounds off, whatever. You can turn off the lights in the game. You can put the curtains over your windows so the zombies don't see you. It is so cool. This game is so fucking cool, man. You should really play it. Now I have to warn you, this game will become an actual horror game. But before, here are the skills you have. By watching TV or reading skill books, you gain XP boosters. And also XP. It works something like this. If you watch TV, you should in your first 2 days, because electricity won't be around for long, we'll get to that later. You will earn some basic XP in some various skills. And also, if you read books, you don't gain XP, you get a XP booster, and that can stack. I think. I don't really read skill books, I just run out and doom my way into death. XP takes a long time to gain. It really is just like RuneScape. Also, here is a meter for how protected you are against bites and scratches. I think it works something like this. If you get scratched, you have a 7% chance of being affected. If you get lacerated, you have a 50% chance of being infected. And if you get bitten, you have a 100% chance. What this means, we'll get to later. Alright, it's time to fight our first zombie. The best tactic is to get them to fall to the ground and then smash their head in. If you stand on top of a zombie, they cannot get back up. Now, here, as I go inside this burnt building, I noticed there's a zombie standing at the far end of the hallway. I don't think anything of it. I enter, and there was one that's hidden from my view. He surprises me, attacks me, and now I can show you how to heal. Since the wound is currently bleeding, I have this meter right here that's ticking down. If it's at 0, I will die, so I will have to bandage it. I don't have any proper bandages, and the chance of me finding any in a short amount of time is very low, so I die. Just kidding, this game is incredible. So what we can do is we can rip apart our t-shirt and wrap it around our wound. Perfect, right? However, this is less than ideal because the bandage will get dirty and the wound will become infected. Yeah. After a little more combat, it's time to make something to eat. What I like to do is I put the food in the oven, put it on max temperature and the timer to 120 minutes and then I time skip. You should do that. Why? Well, this happened. I must admit this is the first time that this happened to me, but now our house is on fire, I have a 30-degree burn and everything is fucked. I run out, get attacked, bitten, game's over. This character is doomed. It will die within the next 3 days and turn into a zombie. That's why it's important to wear protective clothes. But also if you wear too many clothes, you get really hot and sweaty and you know. Now I'm just gonna run around and show you some more things before I perish. To level Carpenter, for example, one of the skills you have, you can go into any home and destroy everything. This will take forever, just like RuneScape. After a long and arduous journey, I try to rest in a home, but it suddenly lights on fire. I barely escape the second inferno to another home, which also gets lit on fire. And then my character gets ambushed by flaming hot zombies and dies. Now, what this means is, because I burned out that one home 10 kilometers away, it caused a fire that was wide enough to spread, wide enough to burn multiple homes over, as well as a zombie horde which spread the whole fire even further and killed me in the end. It's like a whole story. This game is incredible. The best part is, when you die, the game isn't over. You respawn in the same continuous world with another character. And you have to hunt down your old zombified character to get your stuff back. And also, so I can prove to you that this game is a suspenseful horror game in every new home you break into. Which, breaking into, you have to either hope that a door is unlocked or you have to hope a window is unlocked. If it isn't, you have to smash the window, remove the glass, and hope that there is not a house alarm. If there is, every zombie in a 10-kilometer radius will come to you. But anyways, if you successfully broke into a home, here comes the worst part. In this home, in any room, there can be any number of zombies either banging on the door, which is the better part because then you know they're there, or completely silent. Well, also this game has Steam Workshop support. There is an endless array of mods for guns, clothes, items, vehicles, they even add new points of interest to the map. There's just so much. This game is so good. If you have any interest in that, you should check it out. Because at just 20 euro, it's got a much better, as we Germans say, Preis-Leistungsverhältnis than most AAA games out there. You really should consider buying this game. I love it. Thank you for watching.
Show me what to